environment, particularly tapping into technology and innovations, such that it will attract a lot of investors down to this place to provide an environment that will be industrialized driven. And don't forget that that is the same zone, the same area we're having the Ekiti airport, and which is mainly, and one of these things, the cargo airport, I mean.
Yeah.
And that money we attract, we attract a lot of job opportunities for our young ones.
Yes, I read
So
about the government is projecting about
yes,
12,000 jobs.
Yes, even more than that.
Okay,
Even
more than that.
About 26,000 jobs for people at the end of the day. And this money will be in phases. At least they will be in phases in terms of. And recently, I believe we have started doing some preliminary thing to ensure that people come around, and governments in line with the World Bank management principles and agreement that we have to follow. And these are the things that money we have to do for us. We do a lot of transformation for Ekiti. We provide facilities, we provide a lot of opportunities that will drive people, just like we have in some developed.
The overpass around Ijibo to Kemi, is that part of this? Will it be funded from the money? The overhead bridge?
No.
Okay.
It's not part of the money. That the flyover bridge, like, is a shade of the present administration.
Because I read why I'm saying that. Sorry to cut in. I think a tweet put out by Governor Fahimi at some point. I know that it's going to be, you mentioned youth empowerment, infrastructure, knowledge economy, power, transport networks, which of course will include roads.
Yes, but this particular one, the flyover I just asked, is a project under the present administration to be funded by Ekiti.
How much is the cost?
That's 16 billion, and what we are doing with that is that if you look at the stretch of the road between Okenyimi, the first bank,
that's the busiest in Ado.
To one of the busiest places. Not only that they are busy, it's one of the most interconnected roads in Ekiti, because from that stretch of 1 kilometer road, you have some
the road from Ilawe, from
intersection roads from Ilawe,
from Ikere,
from Ojoba, from Ijon, from,
and you could say from Abuja anyway.
Yes, from
most
Abuja,
of the trucks coming from Abuja.
All everywhere. And this is one of the areas where you have one of the major, most of the public facilities too. You have the Ojoba, you have the bus terminal, you have even the palace, you have some banks there. And most times the traffic gridlock that we witness in that place used to be a very serious eyesore sometimes. And apart from the aesthetic value that the thing will bring, it will always encourage people at least to traverse that stretch of the road without, if you don't have anything doing in the market, you can always go straight. And there was a particular time I witnessed a very serious accident. Vehicle coming from Atikoko side, and another one coming from Odoado linking to Abuja Ijon Road, Federal Police. And there is this very serious lock that an accident took place there, and it claimed a life. And that was some years back. And I always believe that if a government should come now and feel that that place is the appropriate place to put that in. I think
there are a lot of people who said
when
the first
get there.
Sorry, let me quickly cut in. A lot of people who said if the first overhead bridge in Ekiti State should have been located at that place.
I didn't want to do
instead
any,
of the
do you know one thing about my submissions here? I try as much as possible, because I know Mr. Gono will not like that. We are not comparing anything.
No,
we are not doing any
it
comparison.
is my job to
we
do
allow
that.
people to do that. But let me tell
it's
you,
my job to ask
the only thing I will say here, where we are putting flyover bridge now is the busiest stretch of road in Ekiti State. So far, so good. And because we look at the number of vehicles that are applying that road, the number of population of people, and we are even still talking of today. We're not talking of when the cargo airport will be ready. We're not talking about when the knowledge zone would have been fully developed. We're not talking about when Ekiti population will be more than this. And of course, Ekiti State has a capital in Ado-Ekiti. And the Ado will not continue to be like this. So, and we don't have to wait till that very time. That will be difficult with customer for government to provide such a facility around that place before we start to do it. And again, the strategy, the stakeholders' strategy of Mr. Governor in arriving at any project is part of the thing that we got from the place. You know, at every year that want to have an appropriation bill, we approach the people. We ask them what they want. And part of what they ask for is this particular thing. And I keep telling people, it's not only in Ado-Ekiti. There are a lot of roads going on at the moment. Just about a few weeks ago, we inspected up to about 20 roads at a stretch with Mr. Governor. And that's
around Ekiti?
Yes, around Ekiti, from north to south to central.
I saw some of the pictures. I saw you.
No, practically, and they are all at the advanced stage of completion, and from road total construction to reconstruction to rehabilitation, and these are strategic interventions, strategic roads that will contribute to the socio-economic development of the state. And we cannot but do those things that people really want. And like I always say, that we are lucky, again, that we have a governor that has this mastery of managing resources and selflessly for the betterment of the vast majority of the people. And that is what we have.
Now, about the overhead bridge, I don't know if you've had it, but I've had it several times and from several people that PowerShare is in a way connected with the contract for the overhead bridge, that he got a contract. Is there any truth to that? I've had that from so many people in Ekiti State.
Well, I know there are people we have.
And I know you must have had that.
No, I have not.
You have not. Okay,
I'm hearing from you for the first time.
I'm telling you now.
But sincerely,
I know a lot of people will be eager.
I'm not aware of that, and that is not correct. That's not true. That's fallacy. That's not. That's frivolous anyway. But I'm sorry. Sometimes I always believe that rumors flies a lot. But what is important? The names of the contractor are there. I'm not sure.
But you understand how things work in government. It is one thing to have the name of the contractor there. It's another thing to have someone like, you know, as it said in English, he who pays the you have the somebody paying the piper from the back. You know that happens a lot.
I know. That is assumptions. I'm talking practically on what we know. And if you are talking about somebody having a contract and having somebody that is standing in for him, I don't know about that. But then, why people talk like this is because we seems to be used to a lot of abnormalities, a lot of things that are not the common thing in a normal, in a civilized society. People believe that once a somebody who has been governor twice in this state, he understands what it takes to govern, what it takes to manage resources, and he's seen somebody doing well in that respect. And what do you expect of him? And for commending him, does that now turn to him getting contract under that same government? Well, I don't see it. It's an individual of Ekiti State. I don't see anything wrong. If he has any interest in doing business in Ekiti, after all, we have this local content scene that qualifies anyone who lives in Ekiti to participate in projects. But what the question you have asked me, I've told you, is not correct.
You know why I'm asking?
It's not true.
I've interacted with some members of your
it's
party.
False.
With members of your party in Ekiti State, and I'm referring to the APC, who have said, even when it comes to appointment, that they have people on appointment who are not members of the APC, more members of the PDP. That around the government house now, you have people with PDP stickers on their vehicles who are still members of the PDP.
With due respect, with due respect to whoever that is saying that, which law states that is only member of APC or member of PDP alone that can get appointment in Ekiti State? If Mr. Governor has followed the due process of the law, and if those people has been found worthy of a good service to Ekiti State and they are involved, Daniel, you may be invited to come and serve.
You understand what I'm saying. You are a politician.
I don't understand what you are saying.
And you know politicians have this sense of entitlement when it comes to appointment. They believe, oh, we worked for our parties, we should have gotten an appointment. Why are people from PDP who have never worked for our party getting an appointment before us?
What you could have asked me is that why are people who are not members of PDP paying tax, who are not members of APC paying tax? Look, let me say this. There is nothing wrong in asking people to serve. Anyway, I don't know who is a member of PDP, who is a member of any party, but all I know is that everybody that has been appointed by Mr. Governor are bona fide citizens and indigenous of Ekiti, and they have been found worthy of good character to serve. And if there is no complaint about their service to the state in terms of competence and capacity, why should I question that? But the truth of the matter is that we seems to be getting it wrong each time we try to politicize everything. When it is time to run election, the media will be here to talk about party politics and election. I am here. I know we cannot divorce. We cannot. I know we cannot do that.
Talking about road project, we'll still talk about the politics.
No problem.
A lot of questions around that as well. Talking about road construction, the Ado-Iworoko Road is a big issue. When Fauci was governor during his first time, that road was constructed up until the teaching hospital. That's people call it state hospital road. And then Pierre came in. When he came in, they awarded that project, that contract from Ado to Ifaki. It was not completed. Governor Fayemi came in, and then he came in first time, second time, up until now. The stretch of that road from Ado to Iworoko has not been completed. Even the Iworoko-Ifaki stretch that has been completed, many of the portions of the road have started giving way. What is wrong with that project? Why has that project not been able to not be completed? If you ask some people, I know people who have said that project is almost like a drain pipe for every administration in Ekiti State now.
Well, what I think we are doing now is that, notwithstanding the fact that that stretch of road belongs to the federal government, but our governor used to say that once our people are affected, it's our responsibility to fix everything that we have to fix, and within the limit of the resources we have, we plan what we are doing, and I think Ekiti people are noticing that. I don't know the last time you applied the Ado-Iworoko Ifaki road. I don't know the last time, but what I'm sure is that it's not, to me, we are doing well. We are doing wonderfully well on the road. Among others.
I know the IME axis.
It's not IME alone. We are working on virtually on the stretch of the road between Ado-Iworoko and Iworoko to Ifaki. In fact, there is a particular portion that we Mr. Governor had to see last week when we were on inspection tour, where we have a lot of hardcore there, and it's one of the worst portion of the road that I know is it's technically, even without being an engineer, I know a lot is being sunk there. So, but all I can assure you is that the road between Iworoko and Ado-Iworoko is being worked on now.
When will that
and Iworoko,
when will it be finished?
Very, very soon. Very, very. What we are doing, if you see the development on the road, you will know that we are very serious and we mean business. We mean business. Look, I wish very soon, very, very soon, within the next 2 weeks, we are going to have an interministerial media tour of the projects in Ekiti again, as a follow-up to what Mr. Governor have done. And you will see a lot. We ensure we include your men here to follow us, particularly a top senior media person here, apart from the reporter you have in Ado Ekiti. But let me say that Ado Iworoko Road, Iworoko Ifaki Road, is receiving very serious attention, and is being handled by competent hands. And I think people are already putting some of the places to use.
Now, apart from major roads, one thing that I also know that I've seen in Ado Ekiti is that the governor is also constructing inner cities. I'm talking about inner roads. I've seen I'm coming to my question. Okay. I've seen that of Jimaliu to Nova Road. I've seen Agricole Lope. I've seen the one at Omission Jano to Deeper Life Campground. But one of the things that I've seen with some of these roads, especially I could mention the one around Jimaliu area now, unlike the roads that we have within the town, the quality, I've heard people talk about the quality, and I saw when that around Jimaliu was being constructed, stone base was not there.
Stone based?
Yes, stone base. Why was it? Why are the roads being done like that, especially the inner city roads?
Okay, you are not correct, or maybe it depends on the time. It depends on the time you visited the place. It depends on the time you visited the place. Let me tell you, there is one slogan in Ekiti now, the BAU standard. BAU standard is to tell you there is high quality of specifications in every of our projects, particularly road projects, building projects, name them. Presently, like I said, we are working on not less than 20 number of roads, even more. But the one we supervised just last week, there are over 20 roads. And
both major and inner city.
Major and